So there's a politician in Ukraine who's been called now a man without a state, formerly a citizen of the former Soviet Republic of Georgia. When he went to Ukraine and became the mayor of a city there, he was stripped of his Georgian citizenship. Sorry, you are no longer allowed to be a citizen of Georgia if you're going to be a citizen of Ukraine. Fine and dandy. Now he's been stripped of his Ukrainian citizenship because of his opposition to the current administration and whatnot. He has basically been in exile, being called a man without a state. He was in Poland, appeared before some supporters on the border with Ukraine, and was physically grabbed and pulled into Ukraine by his supporters, chanting, cheering, yay, the return of the politician. Well, I don't know what his desire is. It sounds like his desire is to be loved and to be accepted, and I think that that's where most people fall in the general scope of things. We long to belong. We want to be part of a family. We want to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We want to be a people. We want to be a nation, right? We want to be something bigger than just ourselves. And yet, how many of us feel like we don't really belong? And I think that that's where I am right now. I feel like I myself am a man without a country. I look at what has happened to the United States compared to the way it was when I was a kid, compared to the way I read about the way it was founded, compared to the ideals of what America was supposed to be in terms of the idea of self-governance, the individual being supreme, not being told by some king 3,000 miles away what he can or can't do with his own land, but making his own decision and standing before God in light of that moral judgment of right and wrong. I look at where I am now, and I especially here in Alaska, we're being told constantly by some tyrant, and I'm not talking about a particular man, I'm talking about this mythical government, this tyrant telling us some 3,000 miles away what we can and can't do with our own land. I feel like a man without a country, and it reminds me that there is so much more to life than what country you live in. Because you know what? I consider myself a stranger, a foreigner, an exile, in a sense. My home is not on this planet. I'm looking for a citizenship that goes beyond anything that any physical human country could offer me. And again, I don't think that this politician in Ukraine probably feels the same way as I do. I think he's more all about the politics and about personal power. I want to see a different kind of kingdom come. If you'd like to learn more about that kingdom, send me an email. I'll tell you about it. Steve@radiofreespeech.com.